Deuteronomy 21, unsolved homicides. If a corpse is found on the ground, the Lord your God is giving you to possess lying in a field, and the identity of the killer is unknown. Your elders and judges must come out and measure the distance to the cities nearest the body. Once it is determined which city is closest, the dead body, its elders must take a young cow that hasn't been used or yet pulled a plow, and those elders will take the cow to a ravine with a flowing stream, one that has been plowed or planted, and they will break the cow's neck right there in the river valley. Then the priest, the descendants of Levi, will step forward because the Lord your God has selected them to minister to him and to bless in the Lord's name, because every legal dispute and cause of assault is decided by them. All the elders of the city closest to the corpse will wash their hands over the cow whose neck was broken in the river valley. They will then solemnly state, "Our hands did not shed this blood. Our eyes did not see this happen. Lord, forgive your people, Israel, who you saved. Don't put the guilt of the innocent bloodshed on your people, Israel." Then the blood guilt will be forgiven them. But you must remove innocent bloodshed from your community. Do only what is right in the Lord's eyes. Foreign wives. When you wage war against your enemies and the Lord hands them over to you to take prisoners, if you see among the captured a beautiful woman and you fall in love with her, take her as your wife. Bringing her into your home, she must shave her head, cut her nails, remove her prisoner's clothes, and live in your house, mourning her father and mother for a month. After that, you may consummate the marriage. You will be her husband, and she will be your wife. But if you aren't pleased with her, you must send her away as she wishes. You are not allowed to sell her for money or treat her as a slave, because you have humiliated her. Verse 15. right of the oldest son. Now suppose a man has two wives, one of them loved and the other one unloved. Both wives bear children, but the oldest male is unloved wife's child. On the day when the man decides what will go to each children in inheritance, he isn't allowed to treat his loved wife's son as the oldest rather than his unloved wife's son, who is the real oldest male. Instead, he must acknowledge the unloved wife's son as the oldest male, giving to him 2/3 of everything that he owns, because that son is the earliest produced of his physical power. The oldest male's rights belong to that son. Rebellious children. Verse 18. Now if someone becomes constantly stubborn and rebellious child who refuses to listen to their father and mother, even when the parents discipline him, he won't listen to them. The father and mother would take the son before the elders of that city at its gates. Then they will inform the city's elders, "This son of ours is constantly so stubborn and rebellious, refusing to listen to us." What more? He's wild and drunkard. Verse 21. Then all the people of the town will stone him until he dies. Remove such evil from your community. All Israel will hear about this and be afraid. Hanging. Now if someone is guilty of a capital crime and they are executed, and you then hang them on a tree, you must not leave the body hanging on the tree. You must bury it the same day, because God's curse on those who are hanged. Furthermore, you must not pollute the ground that the Lord your God is giving you to you as an inheritance. Thank you for listening to this chapter, and God bless.